We'll be learning Unix commands and how to make use of those commands in shell scripting, in basic shell scripting. So let's move ahead. So today we are going to see these three commands: date, time, and sleep. Now as you can see, date command. So if you execute this command, this will print the date, today's date, or yesterday's date, or day before yesterday's date on the terminal. Now definitely there are various options how to make use of this command. We will see in some time. After that we will see how to make use of time command, how we can use time command and calculate the time, how much time our script has taken to execute end to end. And then sleep command. So sleep command we will use to delay the execution of a specific commands within the script. Now usually sleep command or this kind of command initially only we will use in the scripting. Let's see how we are going to make use of them, use of these commands, and then you decide whether you want to make use of sleep command permanently in your script or not. So this is absolutely depends on the user if they want to make use of this command or not. So let me move on to the terminal. Now as soon as we log in, we will first check where we are. So I'm on to the script terminal and I will just see which okay. So for today I have created this second script.sh. Now if you see guys, I will just do ls-l. I have created this script for today's one, but we won't be able to execute this script. Let me first show you this commands, and then we will move on to the script. So as the name suggests, date, so I will just execute date command. So this will print, okay, today is Monday, January 9, the time, and then time zone. But what if I need in this format, y m d d, something like h ss. So how to get this thing done? So these are the options which we'll be using. Date within double quotes, then plus sign, percent y, percent m, percent d. So if you type this, you will get 2023-0109. If you want to segregate this also, then you can add like this way. And if again you want in hour format, so this one is not required, but this one just to make you understand, hour and then m. So right now it is 22/25/2023/019. So guys, always remember, if you are looking for month, then m is small, and if you are looking for minutes in time format, then m is capital. Also you can get month in this format as well. Let's what is the option? I think the option is percent capital B. Okay, this is not the one which I was checking. Plus sign is missing. January, or capital B, this one, January. Okay, so let's see, let's move ahead with our next command. Okay, one more thing. If I want to see what was yesterday's date, so I can get the yesterday's date as well. So I will execute this. So this is showing us the today's date, and then so the option is -v -1d. So this is showing as this is 08. So today is 9th January, yesterday was 8th January, like this way. If you are unable to understand, let me add few more things over here. 2023-0108, and by this format. But now sometimes this format may not work on your Linux terminal, so there you can use like this also, date, then as usual format, one day ago or old, something like that it is. So you have to Google and you have to check how which by which format you will get yesterday's date or day before yesterday, like that way. Then you have to make changes in this value. So here I'm using Mac, so if I want to see day before yesterday, so I will say 2 days back date, then I will say 3 days old date, then I will say 4 days old date, like that. Like this also I can make, I can check the previous days. So I will just clear the screen. Now let's move on to the time command. So I will just execute time. So it is just informing me that okay, in real time how much time this command has taken. Now how to explain this one, so I will better go ahead with time and then ls command. So ls command output is this, and where exactly I have executed ls I have executed on this path. So this time command will provide the time, how much time this ls command has taken to complete its execution. When this command got terminated, how much time in real time this has taken in user and system kernel time, when it was there in that mode, user mode and system kernel mode, how much time it has taken. Chandra, we will see this, how we are going to make use of this. This command is very useful when you are executing your bigger size loops. We will see once we reaches to the loop one, and that time I will be making use of this. At the same time, we will. So we have seen date, we have seen time, and now let's move on to the sleep one. So as the name suggests, sleep 5. So I will just use minimum time. So it will delay the execution of next command by this much second. It means that if I'm doing like this way, if let's say I want to execute ls command, but before executing ls command, uh, can I take the example of ls, or let's say if I executed touch, I'm on script, so better not to do anything on script folder. Better I move on to pwd ls-l dot. I will see on which folder I can move on to. Like I can move on to the Unix commands folder, pwd ls-l. So I will say okay, create one file. The file name can be vvv.txt. After that, sleep. So just see how I'm going to execute multiple commands on the same line and then trigger ls command. So now touch command got executed, then system will sleep. This ls command execution would be delayed by 5 seconds, and then ls command will get executed. So if you see all these things, 1 2 3 4 5, so all these files were already present, and then vvv.txt got created because of this command. So yes, today we have also seen this thing. If we want to execute multiple commands on a single line, by adding this semicolon you can do the same. Now let's move on to the previous one, and okay, the previous one was script folder, and for today's understanding I have created this script. I have uploaded this script on git also. I will provide the link onto the video description so that you can download and make use of this basic scripting. Now whatever, let's first see where we are. So we are onto the script folder. We will see which is our required script. So this is our required script, second script.sh. If I go ahead and start executing the same second script.sh, definitely it won't execute. There is a valid reason for the same, because this script doesn't have permission. Now for any script execution, you first have to provide execute first this command, change mode, then user plus x. So if you see, this is the script, this is the script, these are the file permissions, read, write, execute permission is missing over here, the one which I have highlighted, which I have selected. Now I will first execute this one, and then we will see the difference. Second script.sh, and again I will do ls-l. So if you see x, this execute permission has been provided. Previously this execute permission was not here. Now the same execute permission has been provided. Now we are good to go ahead and trigger the script. But before that, let's understand. Now this is exactly similar to the script which I have already explained previously here. The same one which is uploaded there. I just added few things. So here whatever basic scripting we have performed, usually when you don't have any variables, when you don't have you are very much sure that okay, the script is not going to do that many kind of things, you can go ahead with the very basic scripting kind of thing. But if you have lot of paths, lot of files, then it is recommended that always go ahead with variable. So we will see how we have define the variables. To define a variable, you have to always use with, you have to go ahead with this export command, add the variable name, define the variable, and then assign the value. Now one interesting thing you have to see over here, if I am executing Unix command, then I have to always enclose that command within this special character. If you see, I have selected this, so corresponding character also got selected. If I double click on this variable ymd, because I am using Visual Studio, the variable, wherever the same variable has been used inside the script, it will get highlighted. So this will give you confidence that okay, my variable has been, if I am declaring my variable here, my variable has been utilized at this path. But of course, if you see, now I have mentioned path over here, I have mentioned path over here. This one I'm going ahead with a very basic kind of scripting, so that's why I have reutilized the words. But in general, this won't be happening in production script. This is for your understanding purpose. I will suggest, most of the people are using Notepad++ or some IDE they are using. I have this Visual Studio, so I'm using Visual Studio. Otherwise, there are people who do scripting in Notepad also. This one will give you colorful representation, and this one is easy to understand. Now whatever things we have done in this script, the same thing we have done here also. Only thing is that for your understanding, we have added this date command. Then we have added one extra path. We are saying okay, let's segregate. Then we have, in while creating the touch 0 byte file, we are creating the file with a date command. When we are redirecting the output, we are redirecting the output to a different path onto the specific file, and with the help of this ymd. So this is how we are going to read the files, and this is how we are going to do the dynamic execution. So let's try to, I will just pick it up over here and I will try to execute this one. So if you see, this has executed. Now let's read the script one by one. Let's move. So this is our first echo statement. Of course, in your production script, you won't be writing so many echo statement. For you to understand how, this is a perfect example how you should not write a production script. This is for your understanding purpose. Initially, if you understand okay, this is how you are going to write a script, of course you are not going to include so many echo statement, you are not going to include so many pwd commands in your real life scripting. Once you understand, and further as we move, we will also start removing all these things, but slowly. We are not in any sort of hurry to understand all things in one go, so we will also start removing all these things, but it will take time. Let's consider 1 month or 2 months of time. So let's go ahead with our script. First, we have defined all the variables, we have assigned value to all those variables. Now we are saying let's move on to the script directory and print the same. So our script is onto this path. Then we executed pwd command and we got the output that okay, we are onto this path now, user shared practice script. Now when this touch command got executed here, touch, the file, this file got created onto this path, data file path. So which is the data file path? So here it got highlighted. So the file got created onto this user shared practice data file. What is the file name? So this is the file. Now the file name is test, and then we are appending this yyyymmdd format, date format, to the file, and then we are adding extension. Now I will suggest the way I have defined the variables. What you can do, you can, instead of going ahead like this way, I will suggest hash out this statement, go ahead and add this extension like this way, and see how your script execution takes place. So this is how one learns the script. Okay, this thing has mentioned, but don't do all these things with your bigger script or with your complicated script. Please do all these things with only simple script when you are practicing, not in production, and not even in QA environment, when you know that script is very meaningful and it does powerful things. Do it with your simple scripts only when you are doing hands-on. So we will go ahead and we will see, okay, this touch command got executed and it created this file, test underscore 2023 0109.txt. After that we are saying execute command to redirect the output to a file. So this message got printed over here. Then we are moving to we are using this cd command. So we are doing the change directory. Initially we were on the script path, now we are onto the data file directory. So which is the data file path. So here it is, data file path, where exactly we created this 0 byte file. So we are moving on to that one. Now again, of course, in your real life scripting you won't be including so many echo and pwd. As we are doing this, we are learning this, so we have included this, and then we are executing this ls command. So if already files were there onto that path, and now because of this command new files got created onto this path, when we are executing ls command, let's say there are 1 file, 2 file, 3 file, all those file names will get redirected to this file whatever we are creating. So the file which we are creating is log file. Now how we are creating the log file? In the same way, we are adding that yyyymmdd format, then extension. So if you don't want extension, you can remove this. It's up to you. I will suggest, do if you want to learn better, start removing these variables and see how your script execution takes place. And then we are saying that, okay, once it reaches here, so it is printing this statement also. Ls, where is ls? Okay, let's see here, ls has been executed. Now again, of course, once script execution is completed, that doesn't mean that we will move to the path, then we will move to this path, then we will open this file. So rather than doing all this stuff, when we know that, okay, we can, with the help of cat command, we can print the output of that file itself. So we can see, so this is what I was saying. If already files are there, those file as well as new file which we have created will be redirected to this file. And with the help of cat command, we can see that how many files were there already on this path, data file path, user share practice data file. We created one, and in previously the one file was already available. So this is what has happened. How you will learn, or how you can improvise on your scripting? So what I will suggest, if you are going to execute the same script, try to hash out this one. Whatever you want to learn, just hash out this one. This is absolutely basic script, so don't worry, this is not going to create any problem on your terminal. Try, and please provide your comments how you feel, whether you learned something new or not. Thank you very much. We will see next commands as well as script execution, how to make use of those commands in next session. Thank you very much, guys.